Welcome back to Red Hood right here at Comicstorian. My name is Benny and I'll be your narrator as we bring you audio dramas of some of your favorite comic book storylines, allowing you to know what happened in the world of comic books so you know about your favorite characters. Today we're going to be covering the characters known as Red Hood and the Outlaws. Now, this storyline takes place during the New 52, when Jason was the anti-hero that basically didn't really get along with the Bat family, but he wasn't a villain. He's teamed up with Starfire and Roy, and they just left Gotham City because Batman was dealing with the Court of the Owls. So now, what do they do next? And if you're a fan of Red Hood, give this video a like, so I know every Sunday you want another Red Hood issue. The following day, in the early hours of the morning in Miami, Jason meets with a flight attendant that he met while traveling named Isabel to try and take his mind off things. Since he's staying at the hotel and she is here because of a layover, Jason figured that he would meet up with her for some drinks and conversation. She talked, he lied, just like every other date that he's been on. And as he walks towards the hotel, he yawns, stating that he should probably call her a cab. He doesn't want her missing her flight and all. Isabel leans in, asking, she doesn't? Before Jason can get another word out, she throws herself on him, kissing him on the lips. He begins to lean into himself, and then something catches his eye. In one fluid motion, Jason masks up and tells Isabel to stay put. He opens fire on the alien. The alien looks at his chest, asking, were those projectiles supposed to hurt? And Jason says, ideally, yeah. The alien then swings his battle axe, and as Jason ducks out of the way, Isabel says that he really doesn't own a dry cleaning business, does he? Before the two can go back at it, Starfire flies down with nothing but a single blanket, yelling, "Hata! You dare place your hands on the second daughter of Tamarin! Show yourself!" The alien quickly kneels down, telling her, "I beg your pardon. No, 1,000 pardons. Humble Orn should have called ahead." She wraps her arms around Orn, yelling that it's been years. It's a wonder she didn't recognize him. Roy slides down, asking, so, do you two know each other? And Jason tells him, apparently. Starfire asks Orn to what does she owe this planetfall, and Orn tells her that there is a black shadow that has fallen upon Tamarin. None but her might lift it. Roy laughs, ha! Oh please, peddle your tale of woe somewhere else. She's not going anywhere. And after a brief pause, Starfire says, very well, let's go. And then Roy, completely ignoring what she said at first, responds with, yeah, take a... Wait, what? Orn lifts his arm and speaks to his wrist communicator, stating that he'd like to commence teleport. Starfire tells everyone not to be distressed. She will return. And Roy says, nah, no way. You're not going anywhere with an alien that looks like Moby Dick. As the teleportation commences, everyone is pulled into the force field, and Starfire says, as you wish, Roy. Once everyone appears, Orn motions towards the portal, stating that her presence is urgently requested on the bridge. It is better for the captain to fill you in, princess. Starfire casually strolls through, still draped in nothing but her blanket. And as Orn follows, leaving Jason and Roy alone, Jason yells, seriously? He walks towards the portal, but Roy tugs on his arm, telling him, you should probably take a look around first, Jason. Because I'm pretty sure that girl, what's her name? The one that you wanted to hide from everyone? Jason says, Isabel's right behind me, huh? He turns back and sees the girl that he was telling that he was a owner of a dry cleaner business to, and tells her, I can explain this. She begins to shout, oh, because you're so credible right now. As Starfire changes and boards the bridge, she thinks to herself that it has been years since she was aboard the Starfire. Despite whatever horrors they may face, it's nice to be home. Captain DePaulo stands up, stating, your chair, Commander. Starfire begins to tell him that he knows the ship belongs to, but he stops her, telling her that they both know that he was only ever keeping the seat warm. However, he must warn her, things are grim. Before he goes on, Jason runs in yelling, okay, we gotta send Isabel home, like right now. And Starfire tells him no. She would be dispersed to the cosmic winds if they tried to teleport her without docking first. So, they have her word. The young lady will not be harmed. DePaulo clears his throat and begins to state that less than 3 days ago, the intergalactic scourge known as the Blight sent their first wave against the Tamarin capital. As they know, this race of vile, ever-decaying chaos bringers live only to thrive off the bones of civilization. So it is odd that after their initial attack, they have taken out all of the planetary's primary defense shields and have done nothing else. It's almost as if they're waiting. Starfire asks, what are they waiting for? And DePaulo tells her, you, milady. Just then there's a loud thoom as one of the walls explodes and Starfire yells, bring up the shields! Kitten, bring us about! Orn, open a signal to our assailants. As a fleet of Blight ships surround the vessel, Starfire calls out over the comms. This is Princess Coriander, second daughter of the throne of Tamarin. You are hereby commanded to lay down your weapons and power down. Do this, and I might allow you to live. Once the battle begins, my generous offer will be retracted. Jason laughs. Who knew Starfire was such a badass? And Roy tells her, yep, that's my girl. Now I'm going to break up our story a little bit right here, just to kind of give you an understanding as to where we are right now, but a little bit of time is going to pass, and we're going to jump to after Starfire's declaration of war. Roy finds himself being beaten while held hostage by a Blight commander. The commander tells him that he is a stubborn meat sack, and Roy laughs. Really? This is what passes for torture on your world? Psst, whatever, man. The commander reaches down, touching Roy's bare skin, and as it begins to burn, the commander says, hopefully this will meet your higher standards, human. Now this is your last chance. Where are you hiding, Coriander? Why is she once again involving herself in the affairs of Tamarin? Roy lets out a laugh. Now those are two very excellent questions. Guess there's no need for me to protect her any longer. Not after the way she left me behind. See, me and my friend Jason, we joined her on this trip when she learned about what happened to her planet. We've never seen her in a position of power like that, and believe me, that was pretty awesome. Jason had his hands full with Isabel after their never-ending date. I mean, she just conveniently was around when he teleported her up. But hey, whatever, that's how we get a fourth member of our crew. And the battle between the SS Starfire, not to be confused with Starfire herself, but her ship, well, we don't need to go over how that went. It's not like she didn't give them a chance to surrender. T'Pollo helped maintain control of the ship, while the navigator, Kitten, did her thing. After a short while, after the battle, everyone cheered, except for Starfire. You see, she was sad. Call it human intuition, that I could tell. She told everyone that they'll hold back their victory chance, that their war was not over yet. And once they make it into orbit and free their people, including liberating her sister, they'll learn why Blight attacked in the first place. Now at this point, everyone knew that they had to do something, and Starfire conferred with her human friends, which made the alien ones a little upset. Starfire asked them for their advice. She told them that she actually had no interest in fighting for her homeworld. And while the humans and Starfire huddled around the sickbay, Starfire explained why she had such a disdain for her homeworld. She told us her origins. She told us where it all began, which actually put perspective on quite a few things for us. Her sister, Commander, had given her up in order to protect their people. She was traded for the freedom of the homeworld. And that's enough to make anyone's blood boil, right? But it wasn't the torture from the aliens that made her the way she is, that cold-hearted alien that burns everything. It was because she was there, because her sister allowed it to happen. Are you following my story here? She endured all that the aliens threw at her so that she could get closer to the one running the show. And that's when she took a handful of other prisoners and broke out. When she returned to Tamarin, Starfire wanted to kill her sister. Everyone called them heroes for freeing them, but Starfire knew that she couldn't stay in their planet any longer. So it's no wonder why she doesn't want to help, right? Over 1 billion people on that planet, and not one of them, not one, did anything to save her. The Blight commander steps back. By the grime, what in the name of Postulus are you even talking about? I asked you what became of Coriander. I don't give a flying frack about you and your friends or something called an Isabel. Roy stops him. Hey, who's the one telling the story here? Just then a voice calls out from the shadows that he is just stalling. He believes she's going to find him. The person then leaps down, telling him, she won't. She can't. Not in her nature. She has only ever been interested in herself. It's been that way since we were children. Now tell me, Harper, are you prepared to sacrifice your life for hers? Roy sees the person walk forward. Well, hello, kitty. And Commander grabs him by the throat, yelling, enough! I tire of your games, human. I want to talk to my sister, now! Roy begins laughing, telling her, that's gonna happen a lot sooner than later, but she probably won't be enjoying the experience as much as I am. And that concludes that issue in the setup for our heroes being in space. Now, way back when I tweeted that we were going to do the storyline, I specifically said that we were going into space, and guess what? We're in space, guys. That's exactly what's happening with the storyline. It's going up into space. It feels like a lot of the Red Hood stuff's going to get put on hold so we can do some origins and stuff for Starfire, doesn't it? That's exactly what's about to happen. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as every Sunday you're getting another issue of Red Hood in the Outlaws, New 52 edition. And yeah, give this video a like, and don't forget to go to our Patreon to get early access to a lot of our projects. I'll see you guys next time right here.